Hey, you
Well,
transitioned to the right scene. We got
we
lucky.
did. We transitioned correctly.
Indeed.
Isn't that amazing? How did we manage that? Well, good
Purposefully.
evening, sir.
Good evening.
How are
Are
you?
you? I'm doing good. The Avs are up 3-0, getting ready to get a shutout with my new goalie in fantasy and on the team,
Yeah,
Blackwood. So
completely changed your goalies. Incredible.
no team has ever done this in the history of the NHL. No team has ever cycled through both of their tandem before Christmas and
It's
gotten
quite
a whole new
incredible.
goalie tandem. So
It's very lucky to be able to do that. Yeah, it doesn't. Teams are willing to deal.
yeah, trying to find a starting goalie. I mean, I think Blackwood's going to be a step up from Georgiev, whatever we want to call him. But
Forgive.
I think he had lost the locker room. I mean, I
Yes.
went back. I did find a couple tweets, and we'll show the video of one of them from earlier in the year when it was us playing Edmonton,
Hmm.
and Georgiev said something to Rantanen, and Rantanen just turns around and just blasts him. So
Hmm.
I think there was
Yeah.
more than just his bad play. I think it was just he wasn't very good in the locker room,
Wasn't
is
the
what it
guy that
seems
was
like.
well liked. No, wasn't well liked.
Well,
That
on
could
his
make it.
way out, he didn't mention anything except for the fans. He didn't mention thank you to the organization, the team,
Hmm.
his the other players. Kind of
Yeah.
kind of weird on the way out. I mean, I can
Well,
understand being mad about getting traded, but at the same time, typically in that letter or in that announcement, you say a few things about it. It was great playing, in Colorado. Blah blah blah. I don't know.
hockey players are human,
Yeah,
and they can't all be kumbaya and love each other. There's plenty of examples of players who were hated by other players.
yeah. Well,
Um,
and for the most part, it's a whole bunch of young guys. So
yeah.
I mean, you're dealing with guys ranging from what 18 to 29 for the most part, and then some of them go into their 30s. But
Unless they're playing for Dallas, they go into their 40s sometimes.
yeah,
Yeah. It's funny. We were playing the Blues tonight, and Suter, of course, who I was desperate to get rid of, is now playing for the Blues. But after a third of a season with Dumba, I was thinking, wouldn't it be nice to get Suter back?
right.
It's like,
Grass
remember the
isn't
good.
always greener.
That's right. Remember the good old days when he was cheaper and not as accident prone.
Hmm.
Um, but Dumba's not playing right now anyway. I mean, he's had a number of scratches and he's supposedly upper body injury. I just think they don't want to play him. I think they realise it was a major screw up.
Yeah.
So yeah, everyone
Well,
knew it.
Avs are going on a 4-on-3 power play. It looks
All
like,
right. You see, getting the referee's help again.
and we're already up 3-0. I just need the help to get the shutout.
Yes. Well,
That's
you've
all
got
I
him in
care
your.
about at this point.
So you've got him in your fantasy
I went and
team.
picked him up the second I heard about the trade
So he
rumor.
was just sitting on the bench there. He was sitting on the waivers. Wasn't doing anything.
Yeah,
Free
I
agent.
I don't think anybody wants players from San Jose except for
True.
maybe my daughter,
God
and
damn it! I should have taken
she's
him.
got Celebrini.
Yes. Well, not that I can say anything because I'm headed for the bottom. I'm going to be beaten by all the bots. I'm determined to destroy my fantasy team. It's the worst.
I did
It's
notice, and
awful.
when we get there, we can go over it. But it looks like Bill's expert team heard us last week and decided to play a couple more games out of his goalies and
Indeed.
wounded
Screwed.
himself.
He did. Yes, I noticed that. He dropped goals against or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
we'll take it.
So
We'll definitely take a look at that. But good evening, everybody out there. Actually, Davina and Mike and Keeling. Nice to see you all.
yep.
And Kremlon,
Kremlon, Smokey,
Smokey.
FKHC,
Yes,
some
good to
guy
see
named
you all.
70s.
Some Egypt named 70s. Yeah. So, yeah, what are you drinking tonight, sir?
Hadn't made the decision until just a second ago. I'm gonna have some more Eagle Rare
All right. Well,
because I've got 2 bottles, so I don't have to skimp on it.
no choice. No
I
need to make a choice. Yes.
I did manage to get a another bottle this morning. Got a Blanton's Gold store pick,
Ah.
so I now have 2 of those. It was pricey. It was
Well,
like $150 for the one bottle.
oh, that's quality stuff.
That one hurt a little bit, but
You don't
it's
drink
good
that
stuff.
straight out of the bottle, then.
No.
Oh, Eric Case here. Good to see you, Eric. The meat
Eric's
meister.
popping into all the channels.
Yeah, good lad. Good for him. Well, I'm having the Redwood Empire Emerald Giant Rye Whiskey tonight.
I do love Redwood Empire.
Yes. Look at the length of the
In
neck
fact,
on this.
all of these bottles in this corner are Redwood Empire.
Right. You're single-handedly keeping the state of California alive, then.
Yeah.
Look at the length of the neck on it. It's
Yeah.
a long neck. Never noticed that before. A long neck.
They've got very interesting bottles. I like the artwork. I like the history behind them because each one of them has the coordinates to a redwood tree.
Right.
So you could go visit the actual redwood tree that
And
the
cut it
name
down.
of the bottle is based on.
And you can cut it down.
Yeah.
It's probably a hanging offense in California.
It might take a few weeks to cut one down, but
Have you still got that redwood that you can drive through that had the big road
I'm
cut
sure they
through?
do.
Yeah,
I think so.
that was famous when I was a kid, even that tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Eric K would probably know.
He would know. Eric knows about things with big holes in them.
Yeah.
So let's have a wee look. I know you're watching you've got the Avs game on in the background. I've got the Calgary, Florida game on. Let's take a quick peek at some scores today. A lot of games today. What, like 15 games or something?
All but one
All
set
but
of
two.
team.
Yeah, all
So
but one
yeah,
set.
there was only one game last night, and then everybody else was playing today, I think.
Yeah. So the Preds, who we just Dallas disgracefully lost to them the other day. We've lost to every bottom feeder team, and we were just awful. We weren't that much better tonight, but we're awful right now. We're definitely a 500 team right now. Avs are 3-0 up. That one looks very handily in the bag. You're just hoping
They
for the
just
shutout.
called possibly a 5-minute major on Logan O'Connor, I think, or maybe it's just a 2-minute. Without the volume, I can't tell, but
it
looks like it was just roughing.
It's roughing.
But they are reviewing stuff, and
yeah, they'll drop
refs
it to
and
2.
captains are doing a lot of talking.
Yeah. So yeah, it's. I don't think Predators are coming back. So you're just hoping for the shutout, really.
Yeah. Well, and we needed to bounce back after the horrible game against Utah of all teams a couple nights ago.
Oh dear, the Utah Hockey Club.
Yes, that one.
Great name.
Or as Kremlin said, the Utah no-name team.
No-name team. The no-names. So the game I'm watching in the background, it's Flames 1, Panthers 0. And despite my proximity to Calgary, I do want the Panthers to win for multiple reasons, not least we always want the West to lose against the East.
I can't wait to show everybody Kadri's goal from a couple nights ago.
Oh yeah,
that was freaking amazing. That's up there right now for goal of the year for me.
Oh, unbelievable! I mean, he's actually not had a bad season, and who knew he had it in him? Because that goal was something else. The Avalanche. That goal was something else. Flames, yeah. So Flames 1, Panthers 0. A lot of games still on right now, actually. So the Bruins are 3-0 up against the Canucks. It's like up and down like the Assyrian Empire for the Bruins. Like some games are just total trash, and then other games are almost complete trash.
But this one, Marchand is almost single-handedly trying to keep them alive.
Yeah, Flames have just scored again. Oh, a couple of cute ladies in the crowd. I've never seen them in Calgary before. I don't mean there isn't cute girls in Calgary. I just haven't seen that many because I don't go in that often. So yeah, the Bruins have been. I mean, I think they're probably regretting not having Ullmark right now because he's on a bit of a roll. So,
well, yeah, the Swayman Ullmark thing, yeah. that turned out to be not the greatest moves for Boston.
Wrong choice. Yes. Well, I didn't swim and lose 8 goals the other day or something. Just some ridiculous
Yeah.
thing. Utah Hockey Club against the Sharks, 1 each. Tight and very, very important game.
So Georgiev probably let a goal go in on the first shot and then is tightened up the rest of the night.
We'll need to figure that out before the end of the show. Yeah. So he's let the first. It was
Damn
probably
it!
the
There goes the shutout.
Oh, is it gone? Unlucky. Never mind.
Stamkos.
Oh, that
So I
bastard.
get a goal out of it, but I lose a shutout out of it.
Swings and roundabouts. The shutout's more valuable.
Much more.
Yeah. Lightning 2, Kraken 1. The Devils beat the Blackhawks, which you would expect, 4-1. Very handily. The Rangers once again get their ass kicked.
And by the Kings.
By the Kings. That must have hurt. That was sting. And of course, Shesterkin lost all 5 of those freaking goals.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with losing to the Kings the way they've been playing this year, but you hate to lose out of conference.
Oh, God, yeah. But, I mean, the Rangers are just not... They're okay, but they're not dominating at all.
They're not what we've seen the past couple of years.
No, not at all. Wild beat the Flyers 4-1. Damn shame. They're on a bit of a roll too.
Yep.
Now, the Oilers, who I think were 5-0 up at one point, beat the Golden Knights 6-3. So the Oilers are on a hell of a roll. I think it's 5 games in a row they've won. Looking pretty dominant. Whether they can keep it up or not, I don't know. But they're not looking to. Even Darnell Nurse is playing well. So
yeah, after I dropped him off my team.
Exactly. Senators, who are also starting to pick up a little bit. Allmark's had some good games for them. I think he's had like 2 shutouts now. 3-1, 3-2 against the Penguins. I guess the Penguins were tired after beating Montreal 9-1.
Didn't Ottawa play last night?
I thought they did.
Yeah, it was Senators and Canes, and they beat the Canes 3-0.
They beat the Canes quite well. Yeah, that's the shutout.
Much to WG's chagrin, I'm sure.
Indeed. Red Wings 4, Maple Leafs 2. Maple Leafs 2, you love to see it. I must say, I do love to see that. So 4-2 for the Red Wings. No, Mike doesn't. Sorry, Mike. I'm surprised because the Leafs are playing pretty well, but that was the Wings. The Wings are one's just not looking good. The Iser plan has not worked, so they managed to win that one.
Mike, for being at the top of the division, the Leafs
sure do suck. That's right. It's better to suck from the top than from the bottom, though, I guess. Go Kings, go, yeah, says Tina.
Tina's
Caps on a huge roll and the Sabres on a huge negative roll. Caps win 4-2. Ducks beat the Blue Jackets 4-3. Still rooted to the bottom of the Pacific. Of
Battle of crap.
Battle of crap. And Cam Fowler now with... yes, Cam Fowler traded to the St. Louis Blues with something like 6 games to go for his 1,000 games for the Ducks after 15 years of playing for them. Thanks, Cam. Now, fuck off.
Yeah. Now go hang out with Bennington.
That's right. Go hang out with Bennington. So, yeah, I feel a little bit bad for Cam Fowler for that one. I think he was playing tonight, and you'd see he was like, what am I doing here? Who are these people? Why am I here? Where the hell is St. Louis? Jets 4-2, which is a shame.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the Canadiens.
Yeah. Well, I know. Another team who's...
Everybody's beating the crap out of the Canadiens.
Another team whose master plan has failed miserably. And then at the bottom, the Stars, an overtime win against the Blues, 2-1. We are not good right now. Our forwards suck badly right now. We've got all sorts of weird shit going on with the defense. I mean, we had to brought up Liam Bichel, who was our first round draft pick from 2 years ago, and he's luckily played quite well. In fact, I have a little shot of him putting Luke Shen into the Stars bench, which is quite neat. He did score in his first game against. He played against the Predators, although we lost. luckily Matt Duchene finally woke up tonight and scored in overtime. So
Yeah,
because
Heiskanen did nothing for me today.
no,
Nothing.
he's just
2
not.
shots on goal. That's all he could
Yeah,
put up today. Not even a
our
hit.
our offensive game sucks badly right now. But Duchesne just kind of obviously woke up at the end. Luckily for us,
Yeah.
I mean, we outshot them 2-1. It just nothing was going. I hate making Bennington look good. Hate it.
And the Avs are going to try everything to lose this game. Now it's 5 minutes left. 3-1, and there's a delayed penalty, so they're going to get another power play.
Yeah, but you know. So anyway,
Mike had a question real quick we can
he did.
address. Think they will get rid of Zegras now? Nope. Because, I mean, they may later in the season, but right now he just had surgery on his knee for a torn meniscus, I think. So he is out for like 6 to 8 weeks minimum. So
Yeah.
I don't think they'll be able to do anything with him at the moment.
Nope. It's hard to know what's going on there, but
Another one of my daughter's favorite players, Trevor Zegras.
Zegras, she just likes the
So
name.
I just do my best to piss her off, and every time I mention him, I call him Trevor Zegras.
Trevor Touchgrass.
Trevor Zegras.
Zegras. He is a super grass. He is a grass. But yeah, we'll check on the standings later in the NHL. But I guess we could have a quick peek at the
fantasy.
At the fantasy. So some guy called Brahma is cruising at the top.
Still hanging above 100 points.
Mikey D has picked up a little bit today. I have gotten down another 3 points today. I'm rooted in 9th place now, vying with a number of bots for the worst. I'm actually getting closer to your daughter, so you know that's.
You were at 7th earlier, just
in
the last 2 hours.
It doesn't help that my goalies
You've lost 3
have
points
sucked.
today.
That's right. My goalies have sucked badly, and
your team was built around goalies.
And no matter what I do, I can't seem to prop up the other stats. I've tried all sorts of moves, so I might just blow the whole thing up.
You lost 5 points today.
I know
on the goals against average.
It's just murder right now.
And if you sort goals against average and today's stats, you lost 5 points off of that one category today.
Oh, I did. -5. You're right.
Yeah. And Tay picked him up.
Yeah. And that's because of frickin' Shesterkin, I think. And Saros isn't helping, but Shesterkin has just let me down game after game after game.
Well, yeah, your goals against average for today was a 6.02. So, yeah, that hurt.
My third goalie, Stollarts, has actually been the best one out of the three of them. It's just ridiculous. And he's out now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just nuts. And Roman Yossi being out hasn't helped, and Nashville sucking hasn't helped.
Yeah.
And this is me kind of.
Nashville scored. So 3-2 now.
Right. So a little sphincter tightening there. So league standings.
Commentator's curse, apparently, from you.
Indeed.
No, I think this game's over.
It's over. So Mikey D's still hanging in there, though. He's picked up 2.5 today. So well done, Mike. You're doing good. Keep it up. In fact, Mike is now the GAA and save percent top dog. So that serves Bill's expert team right for listening to us.
How many games had he played last week? It was 10 games with 7 wins, and now he's got 12 goalie games played, I think. So he's played the goalie twice this week, and I don't think either day went well for him. No. He's played. He played 4 games.
He did.
Because he was at 10 last week. He's at 14 now, and he only got 1 win out of those 4 games played. Yeah. So yeah. He had the categories locked up, and now he's right in the mix with everybody else.
Messed it up, yeah. Even the bots can get it wrong.
Yep.
But I'm
strategery.
And it's not like I've played the least number of games of anybody. 319 yes, I'm behind some people, but not by that much. So I think even leaving my players out or playing them makes no difference to me. They're still crap.
I'm just trying to stay with the pack. So at the end of the year, if I run out, everybody else is kind of in the same boat.
So let's see who Mikey's got. I can't remember. Barkov's out. Eichel, Kaprizov, who's had a good year.
Possibly a heart contender this year.
Yes.
Because if they don't want to give it to somebody that's already repeated or already won it, then it'll be Kaprizov.
Indeed. Jesper Bratt, Quinton Byfield, Alex DeBrincat, Charlie McAvoy, Forsling, Ekholm, Thomas Chabot, Bo Horvat, who's out, Panarin, Barbashev. I mean, it's a pretty good team. Logan Thompson, so you got 2 goalie wins today.
Yep.
So Mikey's looking pretty good.
Pretty good save percentage too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. So look at today's stats. He's picked up
a point there.
0.917 today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm 0.846.
And I think mine has dipped down from when you last refreshed because we've seen Blackwood get goal scored on him in that amount of time.
Yeah, you still get one up on the day, but yes, I'm just miserably failing all over the place. And Cocho's third as well. Cocho's American Dragoons third. Tay picked up all my points today, 5.5 of them. Yeah. Well played, Tay. So anyway, that's the state of that. What a state it is too.
Since we've got so many games going, we can check in on it one more time a little bit later.
Thing is, I've got 2 other fantasy teams in the head-to-head leagues I'm in, and they're actually doing pretty well. This is the one that's failing badly.
Yeah. So, I'm kind of liking how the season's going.
I'm sure you are. But then again, you were top. But
I was liking it last year.
That's right.
When we looked at the chart at the end of last year, I was at the top the whole time, and then like 3 weeks to go, just down to third.
I know. It was right at the death.
Mm-hmm.
So, what shall we talk about tonight, sir? What have we got? We've got lots of clips. We have a lot of clips.
We've got some clips. We've got. Well, I'd kind of like to start off with this new ad from the NHL because I don't know who's running their marketing department, but it's somebody with a freaking brain now. So that's kind of nice to see from the NHL for once.
Do it. Remind me later. I've got a couple of NHL Christmas commercials I want to play that we've played in the past. So.
It will have music in it just for a second because it's like a TikTok.
I'm always claimed to death anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Let's see. Share screen. Window. See if I can get it to fit since it's a TikTok.
Oh, right. Okay.
All right.
Chinese spyware.
Tipping is out of control these days.
Tip, Swayman, a tough one for a goaltender.
Everywhere you look. Tip.
Tip and goal. Under the arm of Sarles.
Sometimes all they did was stand there.
This goes off the left leg. That's pretty much how you're going to beat marksman.
And it's always when you're trying to save.
No chance for Ottinger.
Oh, dear.
What? I love tipping.
You got a lot. You hate
actually
to love
a
them.
Good ad from current day. I mean, kind of like the one where they were highlighting all the young players earlier at the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
and
whoever's still show somewhere. Yeah, I've still seen that one. Yeah,
but whoever's making them is actually kind of in touch. It's kind of nice to see.
They're going to be fired straight away.
Probably.
It's never going to last. Yeah. So let's play.
McKinnon got a goal, I think. So 4-2.
Oh, there you go. You see?
I'm assuming an empty netter, but I didn't have my eyes on it.
Told you. So I'm gonna I don't have a lot from tonight's Stars game because there wasn't much. But our big new rookie defender, Leon Bischel, did manage to make a little bit of an impression on Blues captain Luke Shen. Watch closely. You have to watch closely here at the Stars bench. Oh, sorry, hang on. There should be some audio. No, I'm not getting it.
I'm not hearing it.
I'm not hearing it myself. Hang on a sec. It's always better with the audio. Oh, technical issues.
Mm.
Okay, let me just try that again. No. For some reason, it's not coming through. Well, bugger me with a pitchfork.
Which way are you trying to share it?
I'm putting it through my stream, my Elgato stream.
Mm.
Normally, there is no issue with that.
Oh, you could just try to share it directly with the share audio, and I'll just be quiet so it doesn't echo.
I could try that, but I can't figure out how to do that.
Well, here, I'll show one while you're messing around
let
with
me
it.
figure that out, because
So this is what I was mentioning earlier with Rantanen and Georgiev. So we'll take a look at this. I mean, this was a while ago, but
oh yeah,
if you can read lips,
he's calling
not
him
saying
out.
anything nice.
He's calling him out.
See it one more time.
Yeah.
There's a few F-bombs getting dropped in Georgiev's direction there.
Yeah. Okay, there is nothing
Looked
wrong
like
with that.
Shut the F up, you do your effing job.
That is very strange, because I was playing these before the show started and everything sounded great, and now it's not working. Audio stream, so nothing wrong with that. No, there's absolutely nothing wrong with my Windows settings, with my Stream Deck settings, my Wavelink settings.
Kremlin, apparently while you were gone, we brought up your other comment about the Utah team with no name.
Yeah, the team with no name.
And I'm sure they're going to take the Yetis or the Sasquatch will end up being their name, which means they're going to use the old Avs style Sasquatch foot.
All right. Hang on a sec. No, still not working. It's into
Could be
Windows.
because you've got two different things shared.
It's
backstage.
It's into Windows reboot territory now. Okay, let's see now.
See, it's still showing you as having another one still shared. So I'm not sure how you've got two things shared at the same time.
Me neither.
There. Now it's cleared out. So now try it
the problem is
from scratch.
Sorry about this technical issues. The problem is I'm not hearing anything here, and even if you weren't hearing it, I should be.
Right.
It's like literally not. The audio from my browser should be going through my browser.
You don't have the tab
stream.
muted?
Nope.
Yeah, Kremlin, I don't think they should be allowed to take the Yetis or the Sasquatch either. But we've stopped using the Yeti foot or Sasquatch foot anyway. So, which I liked it a lot better than I like the Colorado C on our jerseys.
Okay, let's. Yeah, I think we're into Windows reboot territory, unfortunately, and obviously we're not going to do that.
If you need to, I can show a few other clips.
No, for some reason the audio has just died.
Yeah, I can get a couple clips ready to go, and you could reboot if you need to.
I will drop out and come back because I got a lot of clips to play. So I will see you guys in a few minutes. Just give me a minute.
And the Avs ended up winning 5-2.
Oh, there you go. Not so bad.
Eric K says, "How about the Snowmen? How about the Utah Polygamists? That would be a unique name for a team." So while he is gone, I'm not going to show the clip that he wanted to also react to, but I will show this one because it was funny. And it kind of just shows the Philadelphia Flyers how their season's going. So let me grab this. Share transition.
Minute to work with.
So drop pass
Drysdale stays
gets
out there. He'll get
overskated.
it to Frost, who overskates the puck. Stenlund scores.
And that's how teams like Utah get a win.
Short-handed goal, 4-2 Utah.
That was on the power play.
What a gift.
Yeah, what a gift.
Stenlund, I'm sure he's as shocked as anyone. The Flyers winding up the drop play here by Drysdale, and Frost just simply overskates it, and Stenlund on his toes is able to pick it up and surprise Earson with the 5-hole shot. A back-breaking goal.
The Utah Mormons, and they can just have Captain Underpants as the logo. The magical underwear. So it looks like Blackwood was named the first star in his first game with us. So they're doing the interview right now with them. How about a beautiful KHL goal?
Вот он обыгрыш Шабанова, просто шикарное действие. Укрыл шайбу крюком, причем укрыл ее сверху.
And he just danced through the whole defense.
Исполнил спинораму и здесь
spins,
мог отличаться, но мне кажется немного пространства.
Puts it between his legs, and then beats the goalie. And it didn't show, did it? Let's try that again. Figures.
Вот он обыгрыш Шабанова, просто шикарное действие. Укрыл шайбу крюком, причем укрыл ее сверху. Исполнил спинораму и здесь мог отличаться, но мне кажется немного пространства просто не хватило.
Kremlon, what did I think of the trade? I think it was absolutely necessary, and I am happy that Georgiev is gone. I think Blackwood is not the greatest upgrade, but he's a free agent next season, so we can kind of hopefully get through this season, and hopefully he plays just well enough that we can make a deep run or make a move for the cup again. Because remember, the Avs won the cup with Darcy Kemper. It's not like Darcy was top of the world. So all the Avs need is a serviceable goalie, typically, and that's how the team's built. We're built to outrun the score if we need to, and to keep constant pressure on. And you can't do that when the team doesn't believe in the guy backstopping them, which was the case, I believe, with Georgiev and with Ananen. So far, Wedgwood and Blackwood have looked really good in most of the games that they've played. The Utah thing wasn't on the goalie. And I think it's funny that the Avs are just collecting every player with a name that has Wood in it. So we've got Blackwood now, we've got Wedgwood, and then we've got, of course, Miles Wood, who's injured at the moment. But yeah, they're collecting anybody with the name Wood. So let me see what else we got. This was an interesting sequence. So let's pull this up. So this is Brandon Montour covers up the puck on the goal line with his hand. The play gets reviewed by the ref, determined that it's not a goal, but there was a penalty shot called on the not a goal. So almost scores on the actual play. And then immediately after, Marchand gets to take a penalty shot because either way there was a penalty called on that play. So interesting situation. I don't think I've seen one as close as this. So there we go.
In the skates and a nice retrieval by Brazo. He'll go wide to the slot. A shot. Gruber gets it. So does the post. And it's frozen by Montour. And we'll see what happens here.
The play is under review to see if the puck completely crossed the goal line.
So it wasn't a penalty. I take it back just a little bit. It wasn't a penalty. It was because the player that wasn't the goalie concealed the puck. So it becomes a penalty shot for putting your hand on the puck in the goal.
There has to be some weight. This
is in the Kraken? Is this the Kraken?
Yeah, Boston and Kraken.
Right, exactly. So you take the probably going to be the
I
last.
just
So you
covered
don't get the goal for that, but then Marchand gets the penalty shot.
The line, penalty shot
Right.
awarded.
After reviewing the play, the puck did not completely cross the goal line. No roll. Officers awarded a penalty shot for concealing the puck in the crease.
And Seattle's all excited that it's no
And
goal.
then Marchand
And then Marchand just goes and scores. So
scores, yeah. So, yes, don't
But,
celebrate too soon.
interesting situation. I don't think I've seen that one. Where you actually had a
No.
review for the goal and then got a penalty shot out of the review.
I don't recall seeing that either. But there's been some wacky stuff. But
Yep.
So I discovered what the problem was. The problem was there is actually no audio in this clip.
That would do it.
It's the actual clip. So all that for nothing. However, I had a nice reboot. So, but anyway.
Yeah, everything's nice and fresh now.
Everything's nice and fresh. Leon Bischel dumping, so it's just no audio, dumping Luke Shen in the Stars bench. Blinking, you'd miss it, but then Ben helps him out. But of course, Jamie Benn did have a little, he was mic'd up for this.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to go back. He goes, hit him! Hit him! Boom.
And Ben's just laughing at him. I'm surprised he helped him up.
Hit him! Well, he's probably just getting in the way of the Stars player. Get him out of here. But it's just, I love the legs just sticking up.
You help
in
him
the
up,
air
he's able to get back into the play.
I know. That was quite funny. Anyway, yes, it was the clip that wasn't working. So that I didn't see that Kraken one before. That is a weird one. There's been some
crazy
weird decisions. This is if we're on weird. Is this or is this not a penalty? Was the question. This is.
You would have said, I don't know whether there's enough evidence to overturn that.
Right. So that Oilers players went nuts there, but
right.
I don't know if there was anything there.
I'd have to see it again because I
So
didn't
let's
know
go
where
back
to be
and
looking.
see it again. So we're looking
up in the corner.
Up in the corner.
You would have said, I don't know whether there's enough evidence to overturn that either.
So did he just slip badly after being pushed, or was it a real?
I don't know. I mean, it wasn't directly on the boards.
Yeah. But it's the reaction of the Oilers players. They went nuts.
But that happens on any hit at this point. So.
Yeah. It is at any hit now, yeah.
It is one thing I'm getting upset with the NHL on. Well, the NHL players for.
Yeah.
And we've talked about it a few times. Why is there a need to fight after a clean hit? I mean, on a questionable one like that, maybe, but
yeah.
If it's a true clean hit, there's no reason to be trying to drop gloves with the guy or anything.
Yeah. So I didn't think that one was all that bad, but I mean, as usual, the comments are wildly different depending on who they like or don't like.
Right.
So,
now I'm going to have a little bit of Sazerac Rye.
Sazerac.
Join you in Rye.
Indeed. Scotch and Rye was the name of a very funny comedy show in Scotland years ago, but Rye spelt W-R-Y.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is another interesting one. Yes, yet again, what is goaltender interference? So this
question
is
of the season.
Question of the season, and this is a weird one because this was called goaltender interference, I believe.
I didn't think this was a penalty on McTavish.
Well, does he get knocked in? Yes, he does.
So
he
the
gets
goal
shoved
was
into
called
the back
off.
of the net by Provorov.
So at this point, any defensive
Good play
player
by
should
McTavish.
just
Boy,
tackle
you know
somebody
what?
into their goal if it
Yes.
looks
The
like
referee
there's
was
a
going
goal
to give him a
happening.
penalty. I can guarantee you that. This will be
So
interesting how
that
they
was
get
called
this sorted out.
goaltender interference, and the goal was called off.
After debate, it's a good goal on the ice.
That's a good goal. Sorry.
Okay, so that makes sense.
But
23 for Anaheim,
Sorry, it was a good goal, but
That's
then they
terrible
called
call.
interference.
You know, it's an awful call. Provorov knocks him into the
So
net.
It should have been a cross check or you could have called something else if you were going to call it there. I don't know how they got the goaltender interference.
but if it was a goal, how can it be goaltender interference?
Because he crossed the goal before he hit the goal, or the puck crossed the goal line before he hit the goalie.
Yeah, but if he hits the goalie, it's irrelevant now because it's a goal anyway. So either the goal should be called off and it's goaltender interference, or it should be a goal.
Maybe they're calling it simultaneous.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm tired of the interference calls when a player is getting pushed into the goalie or into the blue paint.
He gets
I mean, this
into
was
the back of
purely
the
on the
net
defender.
by Provorov. Good play by McTavish.
Boom,
Boy,
right
you know
there.
what?
I mean,
The
it's on the
referee was gonna give him a
defender
penalty. I
that
can
he
guarantee you
hit the
that.
goalie, but he was
This'll be interesting how they
definitely
get this sorted
going
out.
to be making contact at the angle he was going either way.
Yeah.
But it used to be, I mean, I don't know how many goals I saw of Forsberg and, where Forsberg takes the shot at full speed, just feet away from the goalie, and then just crashes straight through the goalie along with the puck.
Yeah.
That didn't used to be a problem. That used to be a play.
It's a play.
But now they've got, I don't know. I like the old way of calling these things a lot better than I like the new way of calling it. But
yeah, and as you see in the chat, in the comments, good call, should have waved the goal off too, and then immediately, how can it be goaltender interference if the puck is already in the net? And I agree, it's either one or the other.
Well, and how can it be goaltender interference when your own player pushes the opposing player into your own goal?
But yet more confusion about this whole topic. So people are talking about Max Pacioretty trying to run around trying to hit people. Well, I actually have a clip of that.
Is it the Jack Hughes hit?
It's the Jack Hughes. Have you got that too? Yeah,
I've got it. So I'll just delete mine out.
Yeah, let's we'll keep it until we make sure this one's a quality version of it. Quality. So Pacioretty, this is the Hughes one.
Reaching, there's Jack Hughes.
Now that hits the head.
Comes in and
almost totally ahead.
Hughes doesn't even have the puck here.
Wow.
Reaching, there's Jack Hughes.
Right in the head.
Comes in.
Right to the head, yeah.
Jack Hughes doesn't even have the puck. Hughes doesn't even have the puck here. Wow. Reaching.
So Jack I think Hughes. That's pretty bad.
Yeah. FK, I agree it's a good goal. We're just trying to figure out what the goaltender interference call is there. I mean, it doesn't seem to make any sense the way that got called.
It didn't make any sense, that last one. I thought it was Joe McHugh. So Pacioretty, that's a bad hit, in my opinion. I don't know what happened to him after, whether it was anything called in it, but it was pretty bad. And to claim it was a good hit, I think, is stretching things, even for Twitter. So
FK says there shouldn't be any penalty. I agree.
There should have been on the Anaheim,
goal, no
the McTavish
penalty.
on the McTavish.
Yeah,
good goal.
He was still mentioning I'm sure with the 30-40 second delay, he's still listening to us wrapping up that talk. So
I really personally, it was a good goal, no penalty.
That's what I would have called it.
Yeah, that's what I would have called. But refs
unless you're going to call the penalty on the player that pushed him into the goalie, because
I mean I could see that. Yes, I could see. Yes, that was a whatever you would call that interference. I don't know what you would have to call it. But
I don't think it can be interference if they're the player playing the puck.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's any penalty.
I didn't can. But I mean, it's the Leafs, so Pacioretty's won the Leafs. Now he's playing for the Leafs. He's really going for it now.
The second period,
but this is and Austin Matthews is really, honestly, the guy's such a cripple now. He's having to be led around on the ice. It's just terrible. I mean, the guy can't even move.
Lost the skate blade.
They're having to pull him. They're having to pull him around the ice.
I don't know if you saw last week. Well, yeah, you were here last week. Did you see the video that I played of Onanen having to, like, nobody on the team would help him off the ice?
Yeah, Matt, so
Couldn't remember
maybe
which week that was.
It's quite funny that Matthews is just so bad now. He's getting pulled around the ice. He had like somebody drag him to the bench. He's got privilege.
Right.
He's got Leafs privilege.
I think I've got a Leafs one. Let me double check.
He's not playing that well right now, Matthews. I don't know what Mike thinks, but I don't think he's playing particularly well. But
he was out of the country, injured for how long? I mean, it was quite a while.
Yeah.
He just came back.
True.
This was a rather ridiculous goal from Willie Nylander, who the Leafs actually signed his brother earlier in the week, and then waived his brother like 3 or 4 days after they signed him.
Yeah.
It's like, nope, never mind. You're not as good as your brother.
Confidence around the net. He starts it out. He goes around Gudas in the neutral zone as he draws the attention.
He flips it into the air to himself and bats it past the goalie.
Here we go.
Ding.
Ding. Nice. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, that's another one that's right up there for one of the better goals of the year.
I'll be in there for goals of the year, yeah, for sure. Nice. Good one.
And then since we're talking about the goals of the year, we've got to show the Kadri goal. So let me.
This has got to be in the top 10 of the year, if not top 5.
This was magnificent. Get that shared. And here we go.
Let's see what happens here. No. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Jumps over the guy,
over him,
flips around,
manages to grab the puck, and just flings it past the goal.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't just flip around and shoot the puck. He takes a moment to settle it down, then shoots
goes
it.
5-hole.
Yeah, that is class. I mean, that could be the goal of the year.
Yeah, I mean, it's at the moment, I think it's the goal of the year for me, from what we've seen.
I mean, I thought Marchmont's spinny, flippy goal was good, but he didn't jump over anybody to do it.
Yeah, didn't have to clear a guy in the air.
It's just, they were calling it a double toe pick. It's just, it's balletic. I mean, has he been taking ice dancing lessons or something? It's ice ballet.
Kadri, he probably did. He probably took figure skating lessons as a kid.
Yeah, because I mean, and that's pretty. Obviously, it's pretty GHEY gay, but not as gay as the Avs. I mean, what's going on here?
I don't know what's going on there.
This is this really what this is the state of the Avs today?
I guess. Got to show something during the intermissions, right?
That's right. I don't know. It's pretty bad. But, I always knew the Avs were pretty gay, but there you go. However, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. So, it's just I just had to show that. So
yeah, that's fine.
So the Oilers may be playing well, and they may have been slaughtering. They may have been slaughtering the Knights the other night, but Stuart Skinner still is Stuart Skinner, and he can't help himself.
We're down to 35 seconds to go on the power play. Skinner gave it away, and the Golden Knights score. Brett Howland.
That's Stanley Cup goaltending right there.
It's a short-handed goal, and all of a sudden a 2-goal game.
Wow.
Look at
this. By the Oilers fan says it all.
I want to see this again. One more time. Boom, chicka boom.
11th of the year, just up ice. Is Skinner with the puck, goes to move it, and he can't quick wraparound.
It looks even better from that angle.
Yeah.
I think Skinner kind of hesitates. He's thinking one thing. You can see there's a change. Tries to drag it and then come back. It's a little too.
And You know that's going on a clip roll with, if you're a goaltender, tend the goal.
That's right. Well, there you go. Look, 10 to goal.
Yep.
But yeah, that's Stanley Cup blowing potential right there by Skinner. So, whereas Linus Ullmark has been lights out for the Senators.
Can stop and control the rebound. Natchez scanning, drops it in front. Jarvis with another. All now. Quick feeds it to the point.
I don't like the Pepsi Zero Sugar
shot. Strong save by Ullmark. Now they're trying to piece it together on a consistent basis. Out in front, Carrier.
You see the reaction. You see, it hits the
I'm not sure
shaft of the
that,
stick
to be fair, that Ullmark knew much about that one.
Stretch pass, Aho now all alone. Aho drops it back, Svechnikov, one further. Toe saved by Ullmark.
Wow.
My good.
Going back to this massive save. Here's the backhand. Just outstretched.
That was a nice save.
It was good.
Kokanyemi on the outside, cuts in front. Ullmark challenges it. Robinson, the goaltender for the Ottawa Senator, has been a busy night.
So Boston right now going, damn, wrong goalie. Wrong goalie. God damn it. And nice to see the Sens putting something together. A few good games together, you know.
Yep. They've been broken ever since the trade with the Avalanche. So
they've been absolutely destroyed. So this is another Ullmark save. I don't know if we saw it. I think
here's a breakaway opportunity for Bunting, moving to the net. Backhand stop.
Nice paddle stop there.
Yep. By Linus Ullmark, who keeps it out.
Noah Gregor with great.
Is it Linus instead of Linus?
I thought it was Linus, but then I'm a Peanuts guy, so I would always say Linus. Maybe it's Linus.
And they love it here in Ottawa. The best chance for the Pittsburgh Penguins so far.
I guess they're not going to show that here. Now they're showing it again. Yeah.
Bunting has a partial break here, but watch Noah Gregor. He's on his horse and he gets
nice and calm, actually. He was pretty calm with that one.
Yeah.
Just enough.
Good for him.
To keep it out of the
it's
goal.
Nice to see some good goalie stuff, but yeah, Skinner.
Well, here's a goalie who didn't have a fun night. This is the backup in Pittsburgh is sitting on the bench, and a puck, like, you know how they kind of sit next to the glass because they're always on the end of the bench?
Yeah.
Puck hits the glass next to him, ricochets directly into his face.
Holy shit.
This is the outcome after that. So he's got stitches, black eye. He's the freaking goalie. When does the goalie get scars on their face?
I know.
They're usually behind a freaking mask. So
they're usually pretty, yes. They're the
he's
only
got to
ones
feel
with
like
their
the
teeth.
most unlucky player in the universe.
That's right.
And he was pissed the rest of the night.
So
like he's got layers of stitches, the black eye.
Come on, he can feel like a real hockey player now, though.
Moves fast, and if you look away for a second, but as I always say for hockey players,
he's not happy, is he?
No, he is not happy with the way this night has gone.
A,
they're losing, and B, he takes a puck to the face as a goalie, not even in the game.
He's not even playing. He's still got all his teeth. What's he complaining about?
Yeah, well, maybe.
Maybe.
Some of the goalies don't have their teeth. I saw when Blackwood got here in his first press conference, his teeth hadn't gotten here yet. He's missing like the front four on the top. So he's doing his first press conference with no teeth and up on the upper.
That reminds me of
he's a goalie.
The Salvation Army advert of the poor homeless guy sitting next to the Salvation Army guy, and he's like, you think he keeps looking at the Salvation Army guy who's eating away, and you think he's saying, "Oh, give me." You think he's going to say, "Can I have some of your food?" The Salvation Army guy takes his false teeth out and gives it to the guy, and he puts them in his shirt, starts eating. He wanted the teeth.
Belle just got bit by her cat. Also, an injury that seems like an unforced error.
It does, yes. You should never have sat in it in the first place. There's another goalie. We've got a lot of goalie stuff tonight, and why not? They actually are part of the team, I believe. Goalies, they actually are occasionally regarded as
sometimes the most important part of the team.
Unless it's Shoresy. You're the worst player in the. You're the worst player.
You're the worst player on our team.
Great in the room.
And because he's so bad, and because we're so good, you work for us now.
Great in the room, but terrible player. This is Stoltart, who's my top goalie in the fantasy league. He shouldn't be, but he is. Somehow making a save out of all this stramash here with a bare hand.
Right.
I'm
I'm not
surprised he
sticking the
didn't.
bare hand down there with all those skates.
I know. I was
don't-
just thinking he
I
didn't
mean,
get any
that's insane.
fingers sliced off would have been the problem here. I think. Yeah. But yeah, he knows where to go.
Goodness. Talk to the hand.
So good for him. And my God, I was thinking, those fingers are going to get absolutely cut
Yeah.
off carefully.
Does not seem like a good game plan to stick your naked hand into the skate mix.
Not a good plan. Not a good plan. I think it's probably time we had an advert. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to play a commercial here.
Good luck.
This is all very difficult on this platform. It's time, I think, for a Christmas commercial. Here we go. This is quite a long
There's
one.
definitely some with snow, like the Peggy commercials.
Good night, Matthew. Good night, Brady. Time to get some sleep.
Good night, Dad. Good night, Dad. All right, let's go. We're gonna be late.
Why did you ask for a second bedtime story?
The first one was scary. I need to even out.
Once a year, around the holidays, a very lucky group of hockey players sneak away for the NHL Holiday Pond Hockey Classic. A game that defies imagination, lifts up their spirits, and might even get a few of them grounded.
We just gotta be home before our parents wake up.
Well, you know, you could have just cut it when you landed.
Oh, yeah.
Now, before they get started, there's of course the age-old tradition of the veterans playing some holiday hijinks on the younger players.
Okay, you guys are in charge of setting up the net on the other side of the pond.
All right. You got it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm sure, yeah.
Just never gets old.
Hey, we're in it now. Oh, that's caused it to freeze.
That screwed it up.
We forgot about
It
the
probably
Kraken.
didn't on there.
It doesn't like us being part of it.
Whoa.
From there, it's time to show off.
Game on.
Incredible athleticism, unbelievable stick handling, and, well, there's always one guy who just spins as fast as he can.
That was so weird. All right, let's go.
A truly magical night, only made more magical if they finally let the narrator play too.
Okay.
But yes, a magical night, enjoyed by all. Wait, I said by all. Where is Connor Bedard?
I definitely gave him the address. Oh, we're in Hockey Pond Hills? I thought we were in Hockey Pond Acres.
Such great acting.
Guys.
I know. Wood.
Guys.
Plank of wood.
I mean, I haven't seen
I'm
this,
sure
but
it's
yeah, this is like
Like
level
all
of,
good things, this night must
this
come
is
to an
memery level.
Sun's coming up.
It is. This
We
is
gotta
you're
go.
talking about
We gotta get out of here.
the NHL's marketing. Well, this was.
Because I gotta
They
get to
think
another
this is
voiceover
humorous,
job
but
about
it's.
a bunch of accountants who sneak out one night a year to do taxes in the middle of the woods.
That was awesome.
Next year, I'm gonna spin more.
Best night ever.
I mean, points for trying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the keeping Bedard out was funny though. That was the only funny bit.
Yeah.
Happy holidays from the NHL.
Well, there you go. We had a commercial. I figured out how to do it. I gotta figure out how
Southern
to get
Belle
rid
thought
of
it was
now.
a comic meme at first.
Yeah.
So right now, who do you think is winning the Calder? Best rookie.
Well, it's not going to be Stankoven now because he's dropped off a cliff. So,
Celebrini.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I'd love to have been able to say it was Logan Stankoven, but it's not going to happen. So Celebrini, probably.
So this next clip is the guy that I think is going to win it, at least at the current level. So this is him making a horrible, horrible play, though, but also hilarious because it happened. So this is Michkov stuffs Travis Konechny at the rim. The puck is going in, and Michkov actually stops his own team from scoring.
Well blocked, that man.
And then couldn't get it in afterwards. But I think Michkov right now, I think he's scoring lead amongst the rookies by quite a bit.
He's the lead right now, isn't he?
I believe so.
And he is the betting favorite, but.
Well, with Celebrini going out for as long as he did, I think that's going to hurt him.
Probably.
But yeah.
He still has a chance, I think, though, Celebrini.
Yeah, he's got a chance just because of where he was picked as well, if he just plays up to expectations, which he's been playing pretty well. But indeed, I thought it was hilarious that he just robbed his own team.
He robbed his own team, that's right.
That's got to feel horrible.
I think maybe he thought he was at the other end of the ice.
Yeah, I don't know why you would be putting your stick down there at that angle, like across the line. Why wouldn't you have it angled so if the puck was missing, it would deflect in?
That's right, yeah.
Funny stuff.
Keely's mentioned an old Snickers commercial with hockey referees fighting. I don't recall that one, but we're going to look for it.
Yeah, we can try to find that. I
don't
think know that one.
I don't think we have that in our collection. Snickers, refs fighting. Okay.
Well, since we brought up Macklin Celebrini, I'll go ahead and play a goal from him. They're trying to act like he did this on purpose. A give and go to himself off of the defender. I think his first shot just went bad or passed whatever he was trying to do. And he got very, very lucky. But let's see.
Do it. I found this commercial on YouTube, so we'll play it after.
Cool. All right, let me get the sound on here.
The boards, Mario Ferraro, Kovalenko, nice job, and then he kicks it back to the middle. There's the one touch pass, creates the 2-on-1 opportunity, looking for the pass to float it over.
That was a pass. That was not a give and go off of the defender plan.
That was a pass attempt. Absolutely.
It was just happened to get lucky that it came right back to him. It's not a pass to himself.
Nope. There's no way that was intended. No way. Still like the kid though.
Yeah,
I still like.
I mean, it was good hands to stick with that and get the puck back on there and be able to snap off that shot. There wasn't a lot of room left, so
that's right. He stuck with it. Good for him. But yeah, that was no way intended. Nobody's that good.
Well, even the announcer was just like, "Yeah, I was just making a joke." He didn't actually pass it to himself.
He could claim he did, though.
I thought you might have. I was believing you. And that's why you're an announcer.
So let's play this Snickers commercial.
Yeah.
It wasn't offside. It was offside. I said it was. It wasn't even close. You know, it's a good game. You should probably watch. Listen, why don't you just let me do my job? These look like idiots. Well, just get out of here. Get out of here. You want a piece of me? Yeah, I want a piece of you.
I think I might have seen this. Let them go.
I love this game. Not going anywhere for a while? Grab a Snickers.
I'm pretty sure there's probably some real life examples of refs fighting. It's bound to have happened.
Probably at some point.
Yeah. So that was a good call on that one, Keely. Let's see. Well, talking of fights, let's go back to history. This day in history, 50 years ago, I think. December 14th. The one of a monumental game, I believe, with Greg Polis of the New York Rangers with a 33 penalty minutes in one game. The two teams totaled 256 penalty minutes, including 196 in the final period, 50 years ago today. So
That is not Rod Tickett at all, as you know. Now Gilbert's out as a Butler.
I don't know if I can make this bigger. It seems to be
Gilbert is holding off Davidson right now. Jim, it's the first time I ever... That is not Rod Tickett at all, as you know.
So that's not a bad 196 penalty minutes in one period.
Holding off Davidson right now. Jim, it's the first time I have ever seen a referee with a pencil and paper writing it down, and that's
He's
what
writing them down.
All he's got to do is take the rosters. All he's got to do is get both rosters.
Just who was playing the game in the third period if they were all in the penalty box?
A referee with a pencil and paper. Now I think Gassoff just hit the lineman. Doesn't like it, throws him off. Hodge is also being helped. A pretty tough cookie.
Oh, it's squaring up to the ref now.
It's about over. Let's see what happens. I think Gassoff hit the lineman before aiming for a Ranger. He's got a bit of a trouble. Pulis and LaRose are still walking together. They're so tired now. They're just watching everybody else.
But yeah, I mean, that's a hell of a game. So Brahma's unfortunately offline, but you see, this is what hockey, the glory that hockey used to be.
Challenging everybody in sight. Nobody's paying any attention to it. He's a fighter with nobody to fight.
There's nobody left to fight.
Newell explaining it. The Barclay Plager.
But just who was left to play the game? Let's see.
You know, it can start again. These guys are all looking a little bit mean yet. If Newell has any...
Yeah, anyway, 50 years ago today, Blues Rangers, 256 penalty minutes in one game, with Greg Polis with 33 of those on his own. Well played, sir. Well played. But there's more history. This is the Pens v. the Oilers, January 1980. Glenn Sather, the coach of the Oilers. Somebody took a slash at Wayne Gretzky, and then apparently somebody said in the response to this, in the comments, this is the game that got drinking behind the bench banned, as in the coaches drinking on the bench. And this is the way the game used to be. Look, he's getting up there now behind, he's going at the fans. Love it. It just this bit here is just hilarious. Somebody said, Youngblood was that year too. Modern hockey fans have no idea what they're missing out on. But that was just something else. That's the way the game used to be, apparently. I mean, it's Slapshot, yeah. It is real life Slapshot right there. So let's see what we've got. We have some more. I have some more old fights. This is Bob Probert and Gerard Gallant. Is it really Gerard Gallant fighting? It could be. No, it's not. It's Mark Tenordi, yeah. The thing I like about this is it's like punch for punch.
Boy, that's dangerous. There he smacked Tenordi with that one. Another one. Wow. Was he ever rocking him? Look at...
Oh, that was a big one.
Look at him with that uppercut now. Tenordi just can't get that right hand free, you know. Probert switching from left to right. You know, he doesn't have his free movement of his hands either. And Tenardi
It's honestly, it's like a whole round of an actual boxing.
That slashed Joe Murphy, and those two tangled.
There you go. I think Tenardi did a good job there. Yeah.
He hopes, and Jack Damaris hopes that rubs off on his hockey club.
Heisman up into the zone, dropped it.
So another old fight. There's not been that many fights this is another old one. Darren Langdon and Rob Ray. This one's a real doozy.
Their second. Now we've got a battle starting back at center ice. Here's Ray mixing it up with Langdon. Ray and Langdon waiting to tee off.
This one's a real punch for punch.
They're still sizing each other up. They've gone before. Ray pops a right in there. Ray and Langdon. Langdon comes in with one of his own. Ray counters with another one. And now they start exchanging punches. They won't have far to go. They're right in front of the penalty boxes. Ray and Langdon still whacking away at one. And now Ray tags another one. He gets another one. And Langdon comes back with a right. They're still throwing rights. Nobody's switching
These
hands.
guys are right-handers all the way.
Ray and Langdon, who have gone at it before in their careers, and they're still popping. Wow, and now Ray got another right in there. But Langdon is still good to go. And they still continue to throw right hands, and the linesman say, nuts to this. We're going to let them tire one another out. Now Langdon tried to switch hands, and he missed, and now the linesman will get in there.
The only thing that ends this fight is they're both exhausted.
I'm tired.
Darren Langdon and Rob Ray. You missed some great fights. We're not going to play them again, though. Tough shit.
Yeah, well, thought the power went out, but what it was my wife, my daughter is visiting and brought her dog. The dog pissed, so the wife is using the steam cleaner. So me having the space heater on and her plugging into one of the
something tripped
sockets that's on the same circuit as this, tripped the breaker.
Yes. And just when I thought I'd lost you, you're back.
And then, of course, as the computer comes back up, Windows is like, hold on, we're updating. So it updated and screwed me even more. Cursed show.
Well, speaking of cursed, I have no idea what this is, but it was on Twitter, and I thought it was
I've wanted to do for a long time.
I have no idea what this is about. But
pretty happy about getting pantsed on camera, huh?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the other guy was lucky that he's wearing underwear.
Yeah.
This is something I've wanted to do for
Apparently
a long time.
that was Howie Meeker. And Guy Lafleur was the guy that pulled the pants down. I mean, they could have just done it in the changing rooms like normal.
Right.
Let's see.
Oh, there was one other thing I was going to say about the trade. The other player that we threw in with Georgiev, Kovalenko. Yeah. Last time we traded one of his family members for a goalie, we won the cup because his dad was part of the trade over for Patrick Waugh. So they've got a complicated history with the Avs.
On the other hand, there was like 600 players involved in that trade eventually. So
right, but he was one of them. And now the son has been traded from Colorado for a goalie.
Is this a sign? Is this a sign?
Yes, I'm hoping so.
I have no idea what's going on.
Blackwood's not exactly Waugh with 2 cups already at the time that he had come over here, but
it's still a sign, though. It's a sign. You have to take these signs. Important. Important.
Superstitious, just like every other sport.
This is a warm-up routine by Lawrence.
Physical. Don't set your drink on the dashboard with
he's just got ADHD. It's one of the other.
His feet goes back for one more here on Connor Dewar. Maybe the most impressive thing is, despite playing such a physical role for the
I guess you got to warm up for hits, haven't you?
I guess.
Don't set your drink on the
funny thing is he's practicing leaving his feet on every one of them.
He is, isn't he? Why is he leaving the ground? Yeah. Happy Gilmore's warm-ups were better. Yeah. That's true. Unfortunately, you can't expand GIFs, but that's hit me. I don't know. This was neat, actually. I'm kind of reaching the end of the stuff, but this was the 9-year-old Oliver Wallstrom at the TD Garden must have been during an intermission, and the Bruins have actually claimed this guy off waivers recently. So
Yeah.
he's going to be playing for the Bruins. This was him, like 9 years old. This is pretty neat. Now that's a goal.
And the one woman in the crowd is screaming.
Wow. So 15 years ago, he went viral for that, and now he's been claimed by the Bruins off waivers. So he's going to get to play there for real. That is nice. That was a really neat movement. Oh, sorry. Big dig energy. Nancy Pelosi's bionic hip. That's funny, right there.
Mhm.
I don't think I got a lot else. Oh yeah, it's all goalies this week for some reason.
My stuff got wiped out, so
yeah, tons of goalies. He might be 300 years old, but Marc-Andre Fleury can still do it.
Brodin's pass off target. Farabee sends it across to Konechny, and what a glove save by Fleury! Unbelievable stuff. We remain even in St. Paul.
It probably would have helped if Konechny hadn't fired it straight at the glove, but still pretty nice. I mean, who doesn't like Marc-Andre Fleury? Come on.
He is the best prankster in the league.
He is. He's awesome. And not to forget the Washington Capitals and Charlie Lindgren.
His back gets that paddle down in desperation.
Nice
right
stick
there.
save.
Incredible stop.
Could Marchenko not lift that puck, though?
Desperation.
You got to elevate.
Right there.
Yeah.
Incredible stop. His back gets that paddle down.
Just elevate, man.
Well,
it was bouncing.
flopping all over the place.
It was bouncing around.
His back gets that paddle down.
I'm just being picky,
Yeah.
Right there. Incredible
So, one other thing is this NHL quarter-century team selection celebration. Have you seen this?
I have
So
not.
everybody's going to get to pick their best team
From the last 25 years?
the last 25 years, and then there's going to be a vote for the best regardless of team and position.
Okay.
So interesting. It will be. It's always interesting to see what people will pick of the best.
Yeah,
So
because I mean, if you're going from 2000 to now, you've still got that's a whole nother generation of players you could still take.
Yeah, and I think they've said to qualify to be picked.
You just had to play
one game
any
after
season
that date.
past 2000.
Yeah, I think it might even have been just one game after that date. So, but they're staggering the team announcements. They're not doing them all
So
in one
who's
day.
making the picks?
The picks themselves are going to be made by a panel of media, retired players, and executives specific to that club. And Arizona are getting a pick. They're getting Arizona's in this, as well as
Utah.
Yeah. So Utah's going to have an easy one. They've
Yeah.
only got this year. So, I mean,
So each team gets each club gets to pick one player from the last 25 years.
No, they get to pick a team. So they get to pick a first and a second team.
Okay.
Of 3 forwards, 2 defensemen, and a goaltender.
So like the Avs, you're going to basically take everybody out of the rafters, and then
yes,
McKinnon, McCarr, Rantanen, John Michael Lyles, a few others from the more current generation of players.
So once each team has done that and announced those, there will be a public vote for the best team of the last 25 years, regardless of position. So I guess it's just it could be 5 forwards or it could be 6 forwards or whatever. And but yeah, you only have to have played one game for a franchise since January 1st, 2000 to be eligible to be picked. But you can foresee certain franchises will have multiple franchises might have the same players if they've moved.
That's
and done
possible.
well.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're kind of making a big deal out of it being 25 years. We're a quarter way through the century. Holy shit. Think about that.
Yeah, it is that.
Think about that. This is when I was a kid, this was like, I thought we'd all be in rocket cars by now and living on Mars. It's true. Like, 2025 is, oh my God, that's so far in the future. It's like science fiction. My God. Well, it doesn't really feel like that, but yeah, I mean, the NHL's stirring up
from
some
2000 to now. There's quite a bit that's changed.
Yeah. There's a lot of players to be considered, though. So, hey, Canadian Spider-Man, could see you, buddy. So that
maybe for next week we should do our pick for our teams.
Yeah, and it did say you could pick a first and a second team for each franchise. That's what they're going to do. So I guess like the best and then the second best.
A center, left wing, right wing, 2 defenders, and a goalie, and
then do it
double
again.
it.
Yeah. So I guess that makes sense because you might have 2 phenomenal centers, and it's a shame that one would miss out. So.
Well, hell, yeah. I can see that on the Avs. Sakic, Forsberg, Adam Foote. You'd be able to take what's his face too. Old guy got handed the cup from Sakic. Why am I blanking on his name? I know. I can see his face.
I know
in my head. Played for.
They'll
Boston
come back
forever.
to you. They'll come back to you. Whilst we're thinking about that, so Canadian Spider-Man, I don't plan on dying. Woke up every day so far. Stay the course. That's right. Every day is one day closer to not being around. Yes.
Yeah. Why couldn't I think of Ray Bork?
Ray Bork,
because he was on the 2001 Stanley Cup team, so
he's only
he was in
famous
the 2000s.
Well, that
and
works.
He'll definitely be on his former. No, well, he might be able to. I can't remember if he came over in 2000 or if
but yes, is it when you're picking, you'll have to make sure they do qualify.
Well,
anyway,
just had to play one game from 2000 on. Yeah.
Just one game. Yep. So the Bruins are currently 5-1 up against the Canucks. It's a bit of a hammering for the Canucks. Utah and the Sharks are going to overtime by the looks of it. And the excitement is mounting. The tension is killing me.
Yes, we all care much.
That's right. Other games that were going but are now finished include the Ducks beating the Blue Jackets 4-3. Preds. Avs obviously 5-2 against the Preds. Another big win.
Mm-hmm.
Flames 3-0 against the Panthers is the final.
That's interesting.
It is. I would not have. I wouldn't have bet on that.
Was Bobrovsky in goal?
He was, which really fucks me up in one of my leagues. But
I'm glad I started Blackwood instead of Bobrovsky then. Yeah.
And Lightning 5, the Kraken 1. So what does that mean for the fantasy? It means I'm probably even more screwed. Yes, I'm still I'm still -3. So I've retained my -3. Not got worse. You've got the 0 though. So Mikey's just crept up on you a little bit. Tay has gone up 8.5 today.
Jump from what, 7th place or so to third place?
Yeah. Look, he's got 5 in the GAA and 2 in the save percentage, 3 in the shutout.
Yeah, he took everything you dumped to him.
He did, yes. So he got a shutout for Dustin Wolf of Calgary. Wolf's actually been playing pretty well, I have to say, so that's fair enough.
He picked up Lincoln, and after I dropped him, huh?
Yeah, he's got 4 goalies in his team. Wyatt Johnston of Dallas today, a massive zeros across the board. That's the state of our forwards at the moment.
He was on the bench, so
yeah, that's right. But that's the state of our forwards. So, sorry, that's my team.
I don't show Bobrovsky was in goal.
He's in goal for. I thought he was in goal today.
I've got him on my lineup, so click on my team and it'll show you. He's got no stat lines, so he was not in goal.
He wasn't playing, yeah.
So that may be part of how Florida went down.
I've slipped in my other 2 leagues. My goalies are probably shit, that's why. So anyway, you're still looking good though.
Still hanging on above the 100
T
point
has
line.
just powered right up there today.
Yep.
And
how many games does Tay have played?
Tay has played 332, 5 less than you.
Okay. So he's right there in line.
But if you look at it, Krista, whoever Krista's dazzling team is, which is obviously a bot.
Whatever it bought.
242 games played, and they're still above me. So
yeah.
I suck badly. Anyway, look at
that's
standing.
Actually kind of terrifying that she's sitting there with that many less games played.
Exactly. So the standings, that doesn't help Florida, but they're still second, equal with Toronto. It helps the Lightning though. They've picked up a few points there.
Yeah.
Bruins.
Look at that goal differential for Tampa Bay, plus 30.
That's
that
pretty
may be
frightening.
league leading at the moment.
That's incredible, isn't it? Yeah. In fact, if you look at that from a league perspective, the Jets are plus 36, Caps plus 38, Tampa plus 30. That's pretty phenomenal, really.
So, Canadian Spider-Man, when we set up the league, we had sent out invites, and then suddenly, 5 or 6 teams joined that were all named in the same naming convention, like Krista's dazzling team, Bill's awesome team, Michael's nifty team, Bill's expert team. So they're bots that somehow got into the league, even though it was a private invitation.
Yeah, I'm actually going to rename my team to Brian's sucky team and pretend it's a bot.
Brahma's awesome bulls.
That's right, Brahma's bristling bulls.
Yeah. So
let's see.
I don't know how they got in there, but they took up half the picks in the league.
Keely,
they make up about half the teams.
That's right. For some reason, I've just twigged that Keely Chow doesn't like the Jets. I've never realized that before.
No. I've never heard him say anything about the Jets.
Yeah, Keely's never made that clear before. Anyway, the Caps, for me, are the big surprise team. Well establishing themselves at the top of the Metropolitan. Totally unexpectedly. And there's the Rangers there at 5th, who I thought would be the top of the Met. So,
yep.
Yeah,
Rangers are sinking fast, and they're trying to do a rebuild on the fly, I think.
They are.
And New York's letting them know about it because they got booed off the ice today after the Kings game.
I don't blame them. Yeah, that must have been pretty horrendous. And they've just got the most expensive goalie contract ever now as well. So, Jets still top of the Central with the Wild and the Stars.
But the Wild had overtaken them a couple times during the week. They're kind of trading places back and forth.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like either team is out of reach for either of our teams at this point, especially with Colorado getting some goalie play. I think that will right that ship for us.
Well, indeed, look at your differential, -4. That's because of that.
It was like -12 last week.
Yeah, because the other 3 teams above are not too bad. But that's the Stars and the Avs on the same points. I think those top 4 are probably going to remain the top 4, just maybe in a slightly different order.
And
weeks.
Still, the only shocking thing is Nashville.
Nashville, yeah.
And reports just came out that St. Louis is trying to trade Saad.
Yeah.
So they've gained a couple players like Fowler, and now they're trying to dump a few players too. So
sure,
St. Louis doing a rebuild.
Indeed.
Not really on the fly because they're not contenders, but they're in the process of rebuilding, I think.
Indeed. And in the Pacific, the Knights, despite being hammered by the Oilers, still top, but that's pretty tight there. 3
and the
points.
Kings are a surprising second.
They are, although they were not too bad last year. So
no, I just thought it would take them a couple more years to enter their window because they were so young. But it's kind of like when the Avs finally entered that window, it came about 3 years ahead of Sakic's plan.
Yeah.
So I mean, it happens. You get all of them start clicking with each other, and
it clicks.
It starts working.
Oilers are clicking right now with 5 wins in a row. Flames had a good win today. Canucks had a big battering by Boston.
And I like to see that because we're playing the Canucks next.
Indeed.
And then Blackwood makes his return to, I can't remember if it's his return. It may be a home game, but Blackwood will be playing against his former teams, the San Jose Sharks, on Thursday.
I see. Well, lots to look forward to. Jets still topping the entire league with the Caps. I just don't know how the Caps have done it. It's incredible.
Especially with Ovechkin out.
Yeah, I just don't.
He was on a tear when he went down, and they just have continued to. I don't understand that team at all.
No, I don't get it. I just don't know where it's coming from. I thought that because they were pretty poor last year. I mean, but
they haven't been great for a few years.
They've not. But Ovechkin is practicing again. Joined the team for practice, so it couldn't have been that bad a leg break. I mean, it was just obviously a slight fracture, like just a hairline.
They acted like months, not a month. I did have one more clip to show. This was not a goal of the year candidate, obviously, but maybe my favorite goal of the week. I mean, the Kadri thing was great, but this one just took me back to the old days, and I like it.
I like it a lot.
The other way, another breakaway. Lines fires, and he's
just a full-on freaking slap shot on a breakaway.
Oh yeah.
From Lawton.
Don't give the goalie a chance. Just rock it.
Hammer it. Yeah. Wow. You can hear it. You hear it hitting something.
He hits the upper bar in the corner.
Right.
I mean, he goes upper right shelf, bar down.
Able to wind up,
full
put it right
speed.
off the crossbar, and
it's nice.
Got himself.
Just reminded me of the old days when the slap shot used to be something. So.
Oh yeah, that was cool. Nice way to finish.
I liked it.
Like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
Like it a lot. So, yeah, good stuff, mate. It's been a interesting week, and next week. When's the next break? I think they're having. When's this four nations thing happening?
That's in February.
So we've got a full slate of hockey still to go.
Yeah, and we'll decide on a full slate of shows because the 28th. I mean, the 21st will definitely be on next week.
Yeah.
The 28th may be questionable just because of the amount of company is in town and stuff. So we will see.
We may take a break.
This show is late enough that it's probably not an issue, but
well, we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you got coming up, my friend?
Well, in 11 and a half hours, we've got the bullpen. So yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got the bullpen in the morning doing the politics thing with little Chad, and then there is no Culture Casino show tomorrow night.
There's not. Oh, I've got a day off.
No, it's Culture's mother's birthday, so he's going to be celebrating that with her.
Actually, it's getting close to my mother's 91st birthday. The poor old dear.
Yeah, and you got
Not
to
that
go
she
see
knows,
her.
but yeah. I did, yes. She actually
And
remembered me, which is a poor old thing.
that's a blessing.
It is. It is. You're right. That's
Having
exactly
a few
how.
good days is a blessing.
That's how I'd put it. Yes, you're absolutely right, mate. So we've got a day off. You've not got a morning off, but we have an evening off tomorrow.
Evening off. I mean, and the bullpen, we keep it to a tight hour and a half at most.
Yes.
We're trying to model it to be counter programming to the Sunday morning, roundtable talk shows for politics, because that's when they do all that.
It's
So
a tight hour and a half, which is about the same amount of work that Congress people do in a month. It's a tight hour and a half or a year.
So we've got that, then my usual stuff with comics, which I will be distracted because the NHL decided to schedule the Avalanche games on Monday and Thursday this week. I'll be watching those while on Comics Division. And then Wednesday, we do have a Christian panel. It will be on the new movie Homestead from Angel Studios, which I believe is not apocalyptic, but something happens in the U.S.
It's
where
a bit of a
society
survival thing.
has completely broken down. So
A survival struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll be covering that. And then Friday night is in an art. Back here Saturday night.
Alrighty. I'd just like to say good evening to my fellow Canadian Rod Thunderheart.
Hey, Rod.
Hey, Rod. Good to see you, buddy. Hope the old driving in the rig is going well, and keep Over the Top. I always think of Over the Top, the movie, when I think of Rod for some reason. Don't know why. Yes, if it wasn't for YouTube being YouTube, we'd still have Yelling at Parked Cars on Comics' channel.
Yeah, but now we've essentially got it on Sunday mornings with me.
Right.
That's why he stopped doing the political show on his channel, is because I was the only one who still wanted the political outlet, and he could just come on my show when he wants to. So
that's right.
Because it wasn't doing good things for his channel anymore. It was just getting him in trouble.
Indeed, yes.
And I'm small enough that I don't care.
That's right. This is one thing about being a smaller channel. We can slide under the radar. I don't get too many people attacking me because really nobody cares.
We've started to get some people coming in and counter arguing in the bullpen already. So it's getting out there into the algorithm a little bit, and
the Estophobe crowd have arrived.
Yeah, you got the people coming in going, well, Trump's just a rapist, blah 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 blah. It's like, okay.
Yeah, tell that to ABC.
Yeah, the $15 million settlement, or
right, and the apology,
or the 70-something million that voted for him. That you guys all think are just too stupid to exist. So
anyway,
what do you got coming up?
As for me, obviously, a nice day off tomorrow. All I'll do is prep for my show next Wednesday on my channel, which will be a celebration of, for no reason other than I just want to talk about it, the album Who's Next by The Who. Obviously, one of my all-time favorite bands. You can tell by the number of posters in the background. And great album. And sometimes I like to just talk about an album on the show as opposed to like a whole band or a whole genre.
Sure.
So I'm going to talk about Who's Next, which is it's very dear to my heart, that album. So for no reason other than I just want to talk about it. Cool. Monday, obviously, comics. Monday Night Meltdown. Tuesday night, Nick Visor's channel will be doing Toxic Tuesday, but I think we're doing the movie Bad Santa. So I love that movie. So
haven't heard from Nick on that one yet.
Yeah, I think it's Bad Santa on Tuesday night, and then my show on Wednesday, and then the week will unfold as it does.
Cool. So let me see about getting a redirect going over to Zach's if he's still alive.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah,
because
I can do that
was
too.
Going to do that before everything blew up in my face earlier.
So yeah, Zach's I think is broadcasting right now. He should be. Oh, he is. Circle of Jerks. So
yep.
I will do the same. So
give us a couple seconds and we will get you sent over to another
Everybody
show.
be prepared for a redirect. We have the technology. We just don't have
if I can
the
remember how to do it every time.
we just don't have the intelligence. We have the technology, but not
Redirect,
the intelligence.
add,
Here we go.
search.
We're doing it live. Sometimes we'd
Circle
like
of
to
jerks.
we'd like to be prepared and do this in advance, but often their stream isn't there for us to do it because you need to have a stream set up.
For the most part, you have to have it going. You have to have a live stream going to be able
Exactly.
to do it,
So we have to do it live. The tension, we keep you all on the edges of your seats.
So since we are sending you, rather than making you sit through an intro as an outro, we will just say goodnight.
Cut it.
And it will send you on over to Zach's and the Circle of Jerks. Hope
Thank
you all have a
you.
great weekend, what's left of it, and we will catch you all later.
Thanks, everybody. Cheers.
Night. Cheers.